وقالوا لن تمسنا النار إلا أياما معدودة قل أتخذتم عند الله عهدا فلن يخلف الله عهده أم تقولون على الله ما لا تعلمون
তারা বলে আগুন আমাদিগকে কখনো স্পর্শ করবে না কিন্তু কয়েকদিন ব্যতীত। বলে দিন, তোমরা কি আল্লাহর কাছ থেকে কোনো অঙ্গীকার পেয়েছো যে আল্লাহ কখনো তার খেলাপ করবেন না? না, তোমরা যা জানো না তা আল্লাহর সাথে জুড়ে দিচ্ছ।
And now Allah gives us the worst kind of amani there is. You know, Allah mentioned amani, wishful thoughts. You know why these wishful thoughts are dangerous? You start constructing a religious worldview of your own that contradicts the actual revelation. And in your own worldview, you, or myself included, we are deluded into thinking we are definitely headed to paradise. I'm not that bad. I'm actually doing pretty good. And as bad as I am, even if I did end up in hellfire, it's going to be a weekend or something. It's not going to be that bad. You know, because, you know, after all, I am from this blessed ummah. After all, I did, you know, fast every day in Ramadan and all of these good things I did. So even though, yes, I have a liquor store on the side, but that's not that bad. At least I used that money to donate to the masjid. I hope you didn't. Right? But, you know, and you have people like this. You have people that openly disobey Allah, and then they do something that is apparently religiously good, and they think what they do is good will compensate for all the bad they do. So the guy's got a liquor store, but behind the cash register he's got ayatul kursi hanging there, right? So it's all good. After that he's okay, you know? Or you have people that are in just blatantly haram businesses, but they go to Hajj every year, you know? Why? Because, you know, I mean, that's all this debit. They got to credit it with something. Or you'll have, you know, twisted moralities. You know, you have people that are just outright criminals that give donations to, like, you know, Hifz programs. And they'll give donations to, like, madaris, Islamic madaris. Why? Because they have a guilty conscience. They're doing something filthy themselves. So they're saying, maybe I can pay my way into paradise. Right? Maybe I can just give donations. That'll be good enough. I can keep up my practices. This mentality can only exist if you don't read the book. If you don't understand the book, then you can construct your own ticket to paradise, if you will, right? So these people had only assumptions. So they came up with their own ticket to paradise, and this is what the ayah will conclude with. They said, وَقَالُوا لَن تَمَسَّنَا النَّارُ إِلَّا أَيَّامًا مَعْدُودَةً. They said the fire won't touch us except just a few days. Okay, it'll be a long weekend, an extra day, you know, throw one more day, and that's it. After that, it's all good. How bad can it be? And actually, I got this as a question one time. I was at a youth conference in Florida, and I got a question: how bad can hellfire be? I mean, I'm Muslim. Yeah, I do a lot. This teenage girl asked a question. She wrote it down anonymously. I do a lot of haram stuff, but and I guess I will go to hell, but I'm not going to go forever, right? That's what the question said. I'm not going to go forever, right? So this idea is in your head that, yeah, okay, even if I do go, it's not forever. I mean, if I can survive Texas in the summer, I should be okay. You know? The thing of it is, though, the point you're missing, you and I are missing, probably I'll start with this one tomorrow, the ayah in Surah Al-Anbiya. Allah describes a split second not spent inside hellfire, right outside hellfire. Right outside hellfire. The person hasn't even entered hellfire yet, they're outside it, and how much time have they spent so far? A split second. Has the fire touched them yet? No. The only thing that touched them is nafha. Nafha means a cold breeze. Not even a warm breeze, that's lafha. A cold breeze. You know how when you close a door, a little bit of air comes in? That's called nafha in Arabic if it's cold. So Allah is saying if a little bit of air escapes from hell, and that air isn't even warm, it's not even hot, it's actually cool compared to what's inside. And even if that touched them, it barely touched them, لَيَقُولُنَّ يَا وَيْلَنَا إِنَّا كُنَّا ظَالِمِينَ. They will swear, they will scream, oh, what horrible destruction, we must be in the worst part in hell. We have been wrongdoers all along, no doubt about it. Like they cry, they plead insanity basically. They get to that point by being extensively tortured with a little breeze outside the hellfire. And then you have the audacity to ask, it's just going to be a few days, right? It's all good. So they said, لَن تَمَسَّنَا النَّارُ إِلَّا أَيَّامًا مَعْدُودَةً. Then Allah tells them, قُلْ أَتَّخَذْتُمْ عِنْدَ اللَّهِ عَهْدًا. So tell me, the messenger is commanded to ask them, did you take a promise with Allah? You have a special contract you have taken with Allah that you signed that fire won't touch you except for a few days? فَلَنْ يُخْلِفَ اللَّهُ عَهْدًا. And as a result, He will never go back on His promise. Allah has promised you that He's not going to take you into fire, and even if He does, it's not going to be except for a few days. You have some agreement with you? You know? أَمْ تَقُولُونَ عَلَى اللَّهِ مَا لَا تَعْلَمُونَ. Or is it the case that you're saying things about Allah that you have no knowledge of? Is that the case? We have to ask ourselves this question. Is our view of our deen, is our view of salvation, what it means to be successful before Allah on Judgment Day, based on what Allah revealed? Or is it based on my own twisted, imaginary worldview and imaginary aqidah in which I'm successful no matter what I do, and I'm doing okay? May Allah Azza wa Jal clarify the teachings of this deen for all of us, and may Allah Azza wa Jal not make us of those who are deluded about salvation, and at the same time are able to walk that fine line between fear and hope. بارك الله لي ولكم في القرآن الحكيم ونفعني وإياكم بالآيات والذكر الحكيم.